You know how in programming we often hear the phrase write once, deploy anywhere, or from the React framework, learn once, write anywhere? Well, the same applies to content creation. Just like in design or software development, making reusable components is key to faster development and efficiency, so you won't have to reinvent the wheel every time. Similarly, you can reuse your older content to grow your business and save time. For example, did you know that Disney often reuse the same animation or motion in their scenes for different movies? This means that they are able to create more content in less time. Or like Justin Kan, the co-founder of Twitch, once said, first-time founders are obsessed with products and second-time founders are obsessed with distribution. Unless all human beings have heard about you, you haven't distributed your product enough. So it's okay to reuse older and evergreen content that doesn't age and is still relevant. If you're new to the channel, my name is Philip and solo founder of a consumer social app called SewaYou, connecting people nearby to practice a foreign language in person, and somehow landed on YouTube making these videos. Alright, let's dive into the topic and see why recycling your content is important to grow your business. Content and the importance of writing things down. Content is marketing and it scales, while your time doesn't. Content like this YouTube video acts like a digital army working for me while I'm sleeping. That's why you should try to do more things in the form of content. When it comes to making content, writing things down is the first and foremost important things to do. Everything starts with you dumping your brain in order to materialize it in a way that people can consume it. But it all started with writing things down. Thoughts that stay in your brain are worthless because you won't remember it, and there's often no structure to it, and nobody on earth can see its content. So creating content is just a form to create tangible shape for your ideas to be shared. Ideation and writing things down are closely linked because writing can help you clarify your thoughts and ideas. I write beforehand all my YouTube video scripts so I don't have to think when I shoot those videos. When you write down the ideas, you are forced to articulate them in a clear and concise way. This process can actually help you clarify your thinking and refine your ideas until they are more coherent and complete. You know, the classic connect the dots. I don't remember who, but an ex-colleague of mine once refused my invitation for a quick Zoom call meeting to ask a question or to discuss about an issue. He just said, please write down so it will become an asset for the company. And it's totally true. A non-recording meeting will be just a coffee talk between two people, whereas writing the question and getting the answer in a written form can be shared in the future with other people and build up the project and the company knowledge base. Content is ideation and nothing is original anymore. Everything is just recycled stuff picked from here and there. Talking on this video about recycling content itself is a form of recycling content from other people's advices that I've heard, but I pack it in a way that relates to my own story to give a personal take on the topic while adding extra context. But why people are still making those content that are available elsewhere from another person? Because there's room for everyone to reach their own audience, and each person resonates differently with another person because of different factors. It can be their age or their stage in life. For example, I'm a solo founder in my 20s and another aspiring solo startup founder will resonate well with my content as we both progress in our journey, rather than with someone like the CEO of Zoom who is also a solo founder, right? It's quite an obvious point to mention, but some people who want to create content ends up getting a mental block because they think the stuff they want to talk about is already covered by someone else. See that as stealing market share in a business context. Although Adidas existed a while ago, there's still room for Nike to grow. I like to see content creation as one of the 4 C that constitute the 4 types of leverage, which are content, code, capital, and collaboration. Here again, a framework I've learned from Naval Ravikant, but that fits perfectly in the context of this video. And creating content can be linked to collaboration as well. I have a really small YouTube channel with like 1.5k subscribers, but I still managed to get connected to people who found me through my content, and who knows what kind of opportunities can derive from that. So, how to recycle your content? Like they say, marry your niche but vary your format. Recycling your content means that you can reuse, repurpose, or borrow the exact same format or topics. Here's some of my personal experience. Did you know that some of the videos section or even entire videos of this channel are based on blog articles that I wrote on my personal blog 3 years ago? For example, this video on the pros and cons about being a technical startup founder was actually an answer to a question on Quora that I wrote a while ago. That's what I mean by recycling content. That's why it's also important to create evergreen content that doesn't age. Because a blog is sometimes lifeless. You just read static sentences while repackaging it as a video gives it a new life. It's exactly the same content, but by having a face on a piece of content, you can relate to the person more, right? Watching and hearing someone talking on the camera is like having a virtual friend sharing their stories. That's what most content are nowadays. It's not about professionalism anymore, but rather relatedness. Like a famous quote from Mark Anderson, "Software is eating the world and video content is eating our phone screen." I actually also used to write language learning related blog articles on my startup website for SEO purpose. Now I just turned them into video script too, and I couldn't plug those videos to SewaYou members inside the newsletter. Also, there was a time when I was invited to be a speaker for a Clubhouse talk back then during the pandemic. So I made some presentation slides walking through my experience as a solo and foreign founder in Japan. And guess what? I made a video out of that presentation, and the video is called "How I Run My Startup Alone." The video at this time of recording only has like 1,000 views, but it's 1,000 more people that I can reach instead of just having the slides sleeping on my laptop folder. And during the same month, I was invited to be a speaker to 2 other startup events, and even later, to students from 2 different universities. I just had to translate the slides to Japanese and then done. No preparation needed, just recycle content. That's the thing. Like I said, unless everyone on earth has seen that specific content, then you haven't finished distributed it. I also repurposed those longer videos into smaller chunks and post them as YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels just to increase my reach. It's just back-end work, meaning that I don't have to be in front of the camera again for that specific content to reach more people. I'm not a full-time content creator, so my goal as a startup founder is to be as efficient as possible with my time and work on building systems to grow the business, and content is just one part of the equation. And guess what? Other fast-growing content creators do that too. I'm not the only one who applies this philosophy of recycling content. Most big social media influencers or content creators apply the same formula. I mean, how many YouTube Shorts and Reels are actually just an extracted version of a longer video that was already created before? It's still a weird thing for me to see the exact same stuff from a creator on every freaking social media app I open. But take a look at this Japanese guy on Instagram who made funny skits. He found a winning video and reshoot the exact same joke multiple times, and it still win, as it reached both his existing followers but also new people who just discovered his content for the first time. Social platforms algorithm cannot tell that your contents are duplicated of the same content. I don't say that you should redo your video twice or multiple times, but those winning formats can help propel your reach. At the same time, you can create more niche and in-depth videos to create more connection with your audience. Content creation is a balance between reaching out to a new audience and nurturing your relationship with your existing audience. Another example is a famous YouTuber, Noah Kogan. He made like more than 500 videos, but when you look at his 10 most popular videos, they follow the exact same format, which is asking millionaire or super rich people how to make $1 million. So lessons learned here: when you found a winning format, just double down on it to grow your reach, rinse and repeat. And I have hundreds of examples like this. That's the game we all content creators are playing. So know the rules and see what works and what doesn't. It's just a lot of exploration and put your effort in the right place. So don't be afraid of recycling your content and sometimes even repeat yourself a bit. Only you and your most loyal audience knows that you sometimes repeat yourself, but growing business or audience is to reach new people who have never heard about you as well. And for those people, it's their first time hearing about what you have to say. At the end of the day, content creation is also about iteration. Watch this video here where I talk about the importance of iterating when building a startup. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you find this video useful. I release weekly video until my startup IPO, so hit that bell notification if you don't want to miss any new video. Also follow me on Instagram for the behind the scene of building a startup as a solo and foreign founder in Japan. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.